Did you know that 70% of people who come into a large sum of money, whether from the lottery or an inheritance, end up losing it all within a few years? Yes, from millionaires to broke, it's more common than you think. Now, just imagine, what would you do if you suddenly had a fortune in your hands? How could you make sure that wealth lasts a lifetime and doesn't disappear in the blink of an eye? In today's video, we're going to explore the 16 powerful assets that are making people rich right now and how you can use them to ensure your fortune lasts. Stay with me until the end to learn smart strategies and avoid pitfalls that could ruin everything. Let's dive in. First asset, cash. Never underestimate the power of having cash set aside. Having cash reserves is like having a financial life jacket. This doesn't mean keeping all your wealth in the bank, but having a strategic amount for emergencies or to seize unexpected opportunities. After all, the market is unpredictable, and sometimes the best chances arise when you least expect them. Consider an investor who was able to buy a property below market value because they had cash on hand. While others scrambled to secure financing, they were ready to act, securing a considerable profit. But be careful. Leaving large amounts of cash idle can mean losing value over time due to inflation. So, find the right balance between maintaining liquidity and investing in assets that generate returns. Have you ever been in a situation where having cash available would have made a big difference? Comment below. Second asset, bonds. Consider investing in bonds, one of the safest investments you can make, especially if you're just starting to build your fortune. Bonds work like a loan you give to the government or a company, and they pay you interest in return. The main advantage? Predictability. With high-quality bonds, you know exactly how much you'll receive and when. That's why they're perfect for those times when the stock market is chaotic, but you still want stable, reliable income. Imagine you purchased $100,000 in government bonds with an annual return of 5%. That means guaranteed income of $5,000 per year, even if the markets are unstable. This provides financial security and stability, especially in times of crisis. However, private company bonds can be risky if the company isn't stable. And remember, while safe, bonds generally offer lower returns compared to other investments. So, never invest all your wealth in them. Have you invested in bonds or are you considering it in the future? Share in the comments how you balance safety versus risk in your portfolio. Third asset, mutual and index funds. One of the smartest ways to diversify your money, especially if you don't have the time or expertise to invest in individual stocks, is through mutual and index funds. Mutual and index funds pool money from various investors to buy a variety of stocks and other assets. The advantage? They offer instant diversification, which reduces the risk of losing everything if one specific company runs into trouble. Index funds, for example, track the performance of an entire index and like the S&P 500 DU, meaning you're investing in the 500 largest companies in the United States with a single investment. Imagine investing $10,000 in an S&P 500 index fund. If the index grows at an average of 8% annually, in 10 years, your investment could nearly double, even with market fluctuations. It's an efficient way to grow your money without needing to monitor each company individually. But watch out for management fees. Some mutual funds charge high fees, which can erode your profits over time. Choose funds with low fees and monitor their performance regularly. Do you prefer investing in individual stocks, or do you enjoy the simplicity of index funds? Comment here and share your experience with the community. Fourth asset, stocks. Now let's talk about one of the most popular and powerful assets, stocks. Buying stocks means becoming part of a company, and if that company grows, your wealth grows too. Investing in stocks allows you to profit in two ways: through the increase in stock prices and dividends, which are a portion of the profits some companies distribute to shareholders. But of course, stocks come with risks. The market can be volatile, and prices can rise or fall quickly. However, over time, stocks have historically outperformed many other types of investments in terms of returns. Think of Amazon or Apple. Those who invested in them 10 or 20 years ago saw their money multiply impressively. For example, a $10,000 investment in Amazon stocks in the early 2000s would be worth millions today. But caution, don't put all your money into a single stock, even if it seems promising. Diversification is key, and never invest more than you can afford to lose without compromising your financial stability. Do you have a favorite stock, or are you thinking about starting to invest in specific companies? Leave a comment with which company you think will be the next big winner in the stock market. Fifth asset, real estate. Now, let's talk about one of the most traditional and valuable assets, real estate. Investing in real estate is a proven way to build wealth over time, especially if you know how to seize the right opportunities. Real estate can generate consistent passive income through rentals and appreciate over the years. For example, by buying a property in a developing area, you not only receive monthly income, but can also sell the property in the future for a much higher value. Plus, real estate is one of the most tangible assets. You can see and touch what you're buying. Imagine purchasing a property for $200,000 and renting it out for $1,500 per month. This generates income of $18,000 a year. If the property appreciates over 10 years, you can sell it for much more than you initially paid, further increasing your wealth. But remember, not everything is perfect in real estate. Maintenance costs, taxes, and potential vacancy periods can impact your income. Also, location is everything. A property in a bad area can become a huge loss. Research well before buying. Have you thought about investing in real estate, or maybe you already own a rental property? Share your ideas or experiences in the comments. Sixth asset, equipment. Let's talk about a type of asset that's often overlooked but can be a true moneymaker. Equipment. Yes, tools, vehicles, or machines can be valuable investments, especially when used strategically. Equipment are assets that increase your ability to make money. For example, if you're an entrepreneur or own a business, investing in a delivery truck can help expand your operations. While a photographer who invests in high-quality equipment can attract high-paying clients. The secret is to think of equipment that has the potential to bring a return, either by increasing productivity or expanding your market reach. Imagine a freelancer who decides to buy a professional drone to offer aerial photography services. With just a few well-paid jobs, they recover their initial investment and start generating profit. Or a farmer who invests in a more efficient machine, reducing costs and increasing production. But beware, equipment depreciates over time, and some may have high maintenance costs. Before investing, do a thorough analysis to ensure the financial return justifies the expense. Have you made any equipment investments to generate income or increase productivity? What kind of equipment do you think is most worthwhile? Share your opinion in the comments. Seventh asset. Books, music, digital courses. How about investing in something that can generate passive income for years, even while you sleep? I'm talking about information products like books, music, and digital courses. This is the power of scalable content assets. Creating and selling digital content is a smart way to build a steady revenue stream. Once you write a book, record a song, or create a course, the initial time and effort investment can generate profit repeatedly with minimal additional work. Best of all, in the digital age, global distribution is easier than ever. Platforms like Amazon, Spotify, or Udemy allow you to reach a worldwide audience with just a few clicks. Think of an author who releases an e-book on Amazon. If the book becomes popular, they could earn a substantial amount each month without doing anything beyond monitoring sales. Or imagine a musician who receives constant royalties for their songs on streaming platforms. Likewise, a content creator can earn money for years with a well-made course, helping thousands of people learn something new. However, the digital content market is competitive. Only high-quality content and effective marketing will ensure you stand out. Also, you need to be willing to evolve and update your material as trends change. Have you thought about creating a book, song, or digital course? What idea do you have that could become a source of passive income? Comment below. We'd love to hear your plans. Eighth asset, patents. Ever imagine creating something so innovative that you could make money for years without even having to produce the item? That's exactly what patents can do for you. They protect your inventions and ensure you have the exclusive right to license or produce your idea. A patent is an intellectual property right that prevents others from making, using, or selling your invention without your permission. If you're an inventor or have an innovative idea, registering a patent can be a powerful way to generate income. The process can be complex and expensive, but the reward can be huge if your invention succeeds in the market. Licensing your patent to companies can provide a steady income stream without needing to be involved in the production or sale of the product. Consider something like the microwave or the design of a smartphone. Companies pay millions in royalties to use certain patented technologies. Even a simple idea, like a creative toy, can become a goldmine if properly protected. However, securing a patent takes time, money, and often the help of specialized lawyers. Also, not all patented ideas generate significant income. It's essential to conduct market research before investing in the process. Have you ever had an invention idea that you thought could change the world? Maybe it's time to take that idea seriously. What would you patent? Share it with us in the comments. Ninth asset, trademarks. Let's talk about trademarks. This asset might seem a bit abstract, but it's one of the pillars to protect and monetize your brand identity in the long run. A trademark is any word, symbol, and design or combination that sets your products or services apart from competitors. By registering a trademark, you protect your company's name or logo, preventing others from using something similar that could confuse the public. Strong trademarks can become incredibly valuable, especially if your business grows and becomes a well-known name. Think about Nike. The simple swoosh is a global icon worth billions. If you have a clothing brand and your logo becomes popular, a trademark ensures that other companies can't copy and profit from your success. Better yet, you can license your brand to other companies, receiving royalties every time someone uses the registered name or logo. Registering a trademark requires research to ensure there's nothing identical or similar already registered, and the process can be expensive. Additionally, you'll need to protect your brand against unauthorized use, which might require legal action. Have you ever thought about creating your own brand, or maybe have a business idea that could grow? Share your vision with us in the comments. Who knows? You might be the next big name in the market. 10th asset, royalties. If you're looking for a continuous stream of passive income, royalties are one of the most powerful assets. Imagine making money every time someone uses or buys something you created. That's what royalties do for you. Royalties are recurring payments you receive for the use of your intellectual property, such as music, books, films, or even patents. For example, if you composed a song, you earn royalties every time it's played on the radio, streamed online, or used in movies. This passive income model is particularly attractive because once your work is created and registered, payments can continue for many years. Imagine you write a book, and after its release, it becomes a bestseller. Every time someone buys a copy, you receive a percentage of the sale. The same applies to music, where artists earn royalties every time their songs are played on streaming platforms or at shows. This means your work can keep generating income over the long term. It's important to remember that, for royalties to be profitable, the work or product must have consistent demand. Not all books or songs generate significant royalties, so it's crucial to create something of high quality that truly resonates with the audience. Additionally, you should pay attention to royalty contracts to ensure you're receiving a fair share. Have you ever considered creating a book, a song, or some other type of content that could generate royalties? Or maybe you're already receiving royalties for something you created. Share your experiences or ideas in the comments. 11th asset, raw materials and commodities. Let's talk about a classic type of asset that never goes out of style. Raw materials and commodities. They are the foundation of the global economy, and when well chosen, they can be a powerful way to preserve and grow your wealth. Investing in raw materials, such as gold, silver, oil, and even coffee or wheat, is a way to diversify your portfolio. These commodities have the potential to increase in value over time, especially in times of economic instability. Gold, for example, has historically been considered a store of value in times of crisis, when currencies lose power. Additionally, commodities tend to have an inverse correlation with stock markets, which can protect your portfolio against volatility. Imagine buying a gold bar when the price is low, and after a few years, with inflation and financial crises, the price of gold increases significantly. By selling the gold bar, you get an excellent return on investment. The same applies to other commodities like oil, which can appreciate as global demand grows. Although commodities can be profitable, they're also volatile and can be influenced by various factors, such as political changes and natural disasters. Also, it's essential to understand how to invest in them, either by directly buying physical assets or investing through commodity funds or futures contracts. Have you ever thought about investing in commodities like gold or oil? Or maybe you've invested and had good results. 12th asset: people. One of the most powerful assets you can have, and often underrated, is the people around you. Building a skilled team and surrounding yourself with talent can be what truly drives the growth of a business or investment. People are fundamental to the success of any venture. Having a talented and dedicated team not only helps to implement your ideas, but also contributes with new perspectives, skills, and expertise. Investing in a high-performance team can be more valuable than any other investment strategy because they are responsible for continuous execution and innovation. From hiring qualified employees to seeking mentors and advisors, the right people can make all the difference. Think of large companies like Apple or Google. Their founders had the vision, but it was the ability to bring together exceptional teams that led these brands to global success. In the investment world, a good financial advisor or an experienced lawyer can be the key to a successful investment strategy, helping avoid mistakes and maximize returns. However, recruiting and managing people requires attention. Sometimes, it's easy to get lost in the search for the right talent and forget the importance of a strong organizational culture. Also, it's not enough to have the best people. You need to motivate them and provide the conditions for them to shine. Have you had the opportunity to work with amazing people who helped drive your success? Or maybe you have a team or partner who made all the difference. Share in the comments. Let's talk about the power of people in financial success. 13th asset: brand and goodwill. Now let's talk about one of the most valuable and often invisible assets, your brand and the goodwill built over time. It may seem simple, but the reputation you build has the power to generate profit in surprising ways. A brand isn't just a logo or name, it's the perception people have of you or your business. And goodwill is the intangible value this brand generates. In simple terms, it's the trust, loyalty, and emotional value your brand creates in people's hearts. Companies with a strong brand can charge more for their products, have a loyal audience, and often sell at higher profit margins. Goodwill also reflects in advantageous business partnerships and consumers' willingness to pay for your perceived quality. A great example is Apple. It's not just a phone, it's a symbol of innovation, quality, and lifestyle. People pay a premium for Apple products not just for what they do, but for the value the brand represents. Similarly, brands that invest in goodwill, maintaining a commitment to quality and ethics, end up winning over a loyal audience that will support the business, either by buying again or even defending its reputation. Building a good brand and cultivating goodwill takes time and requires consistency. Any failure in public image or delivery of value can severely harm a brand's assets. Therefore, it's essential to be transparent, maintain quality, and not be tempted to overpromise. Have you thought about the value of your own brand or reputation? What do you do to build trust with the people around you? Comment below and share your vision on how goodwill can be a powerful asset. 14th asset: exclusive rights. When you have something unique that no one else can access or copy, that's a powerful asset. And that's exactly what exclusive rights provide, a competitive advantage that can generate significant profits. Exclusive rights are licenses or special permissions that allow you to have full control over a particular product or service, without others being able to compete with you. These rights can include anything from exclusive distribution licenses of a product to franchise agreements or rights to use innovative technology. Holding exclusive rights positions you where competition is limited, allowing you to capitalize on a market without the pressures of new entrants. A clear example is the franchises of major brands, such as McDonald's. When you purchase the right to open a franchise, you're acquiring the exclusive right to sell a well-established product in a specific area without other direct competitors selling the same. This offers a significant advantage, as the brand already has recognition and a customer base. While exclusive rights can be a great source of profit, they also come with costs and responsibilities. These rights can be expensive to acquire and maintain, in addition to requiring you to comply with a series of rules and regulations. If not managed correctly, they can lead to high costs and indirect competition from other sources, such as illegal or parallel alternatives. Have you thought about obtaining or creating exclusive rights for a product or service? Or maybe you've already experienced working with something exclusive in your business. Share with us in the comments. And let's discuss how this strategy can transform businesses. 15th asset, first mover advantage and exclusive business models. Here's a secret that many millionaires and successful investors know. Being the first to enter a market can be a powerful advantage. But more importantly, it's about using that advantage to create an exclusive business model that keeps you ahead of the competition. The first mover advantage refers to the benefit of being the first to offer a product or service in a market. By getting ahead of the competition, you establish your brand as a leader, gain the loyalty of early customers, and often set the industry standards. This dominant position can be used to create a unique business model where you hold a combination of resources, know-how, or exclusive access that no one else has. Creating something innovative, or being a pioneer in a sector, brings a huge barrier to entry for new competitors. A good example is Uber. When Uber started, there was no other app-based transportation service that was as accessible and simple as theirs. They used the first mover advantage to quickly dominate the market, establish partnerships, and create a business model that was hard to imitate. Today, Uber is synonymous with app-based transportation, and any competitor has a long way to go to reach the same customer base and recognition. The first mover advantage can be extremely beneficial, but it's not a guarantee of success. In some cases, the pioneer can be overtaken by a more efficient competitor who learns from the first entrant's mistakes and offers an even better product or service. Therefore, besides being first, it's necessary to have a sustainable and innovative business model that can adapt over time. Have you ever thought about creating a business that could have a first mover advantage? Or perhaps you know of an example of a pioneer who couldn't maintain their position? Comment below, and let's talk about the power of being first in the market. 16th asset, private companies, private equity. Last but not least, we have a type of investment that requires more capital and experience, but can provide extremely high returns in the long run. Investing in private companies or startups. Investing in private companies, or private equity, involves allocating resources to companies that are not publicly traded on the stock market. These investments generally require a larger capital since they involve purchasing significant stakes in emerging or expanding businesses. The goal here is to capitalize on the growth of these companies over time, yielding substantial profits as they develop and become more valuable. This type of investment can be done directly by buying a stake in a startup or through private equity funds, which buy and help develop several companies simultaneously. While the risk is high, the potential for returns is equally significant, especially if you can invest in a company that becomes a major success. Furthermore, these companies often have more flexibility to innovate and grow since they're not subject to constant stock market pressure. A classic example of success in private equity is the acquisition of Facebook by private investors before its initial public offering, IPO. Venture capitalists invested in the company when it was still a promising idea, and when Facebook became a global giant, these investors reaped enormous returns. Another example is companies like WhatsApp and Instagram, which were also bought while still in their early stages, with incredible results for those who invested in them. Investing in private companies requires patience and thorough risk analysis. Not all startups or growing companies will become giants like Facebook. Many may fail or face difficulties in scaling, which can result in losses. Additionally, liquidity is an important consideration, as you can't sell your stake as easily as in the stock market. Have you thought about investing in private companies or startups? Or maybe you have a story about this type of investment? Share below. And there you have it. Now you know 16 powerful assets that can transform your financial life and help you build wealth in a smart and strategic way. Remember, the secret to maintaining your fortune isn't having a large sum of money, but knowing how to manage it wisely and taking advantage of the right opportunities along the way. If you follow these tips and are prepared to make smart financial decisions, you can not only build wealth but also ensure it lasts for generations. It's not about being rich, it's about being smart with your money. If you enjoyed these tips and want to keep learning more about how to invest, achieve financial freedom, and build a solid future, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with anyone who needs to hear these tips. And, of course, comment on which of these assets you find most interesting or which one you're already investing in. See you soon.